Your first big investment should always be a home. I mean, nothing you have should cost more than your house. If you have a car that's nicer than your apartment, we have made a bad purchase. I mean, you gotta get a home first, right? You gotta put some time into making money. Now, you can hit it with this crypto stuff. I hear people saying, I've met guys say, I'm a billionaire now because of crypto. Okay, well, your shoes got scuffs on them. I'm struggling. See, when you tell a person that's been around money that you have money, it's telltale signs that you have money. Do you know what a guy's gonna do when he first gets money? First, he gonna make sure, well, if you got sense, you're gonna make sure your living quarters change. Your first big investment should always be a home. I mean, nothing you have should cost more than your house. If you have a car that's nicer than your apartment, we have made a bad purchase. I mean, you gotta get a home first, right? I was at a meeting in the Middle East, and my wife, we were at this big dinner, and there was a guy from Britain, and there was several sheikhs at the table. Very, very top level people. And the guy from Britain goes, the richest guy in the world is Jeff Bezos. And one of the sheikhs just chuckled. He went, and it wasn't being nasty or nothing. I just saw him go. And then they said something in Arabic to another guy at the table. So the guy goes, what are you doing? You disagree with that? And the guy was humble. He said, why do you always talk about money? Money is not the most important thing. Family is the most important things. It's Arab guy talking. But he just kept running his mouth. Well, I'm just letting you guys know, Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world. See, hold up, man. First of all, they don't have a tax system over there. You go to Saudi, you go to the Middle East, you go to this, you can't count the money they have. And they don't tell you this. So the guy just kept going on. So one of the young guys goes, come on, my uncle is trying to be kind. Just stop talking about money. What we're talking about is a lot of wealth supposedly at this table. Jeff Bezos, richest guy. That young guy shut that down. He said, no, he's not the richest man in the world. He's not the richest man at this table. He said, so if you would kindly just quit talking about Jeff Bezos so we can meet about what we're here, because we were there talking about philanthropy. But the guy was a complete He said, no, we're talking money. I've done well in my life. I'm not Jeff Bezos, but I've done really well. Hey, man, look at the room. You know who the is at this table? So I'm sitting there, and the little kid, he gets pissed, and he goes, listen to me. How much do you make, Hel Mahad? And Hel Mahad said, I make $1 billion. The guy said, right there, Jeff Bezos, 170 billion. He said, I make $1 billion a day. That room got quiet, and the mother and he leaned over and he was talking about money. He said, my uncle has more money than him. You are talking to the wrong group of people. I leaned over to my wife and I apologized to her. I said, I'm really sorry, sweetie. I have failed you miserably. I just want to apologize.